You are now listening to the Blind and Ginger podcast.
So I just did a bit of cleaning today, and bro, I got stuck on my phone watching conspiracy shit on TikTok.
What conspiracies?
Well, now that I'm fully Christian, my conspiracy theories just make way more sense, and they're also they're less like tragic to get into. Because you get into bad conspiracy theories, it's like, oh shit, what's
They've never been tragic. They've never been tragic. Conspiracy theories are sick.
No, I mean like, they can take you to a dark place.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I love it there.
Yeah, but the thing about if you're a true believer in Jesus Christ, is that God's laughing at these people who are trying to control the world. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because the belief is like, well, He made everything, so. He's just looking at him like, what, you think you guys own this? You guys are idiots.
I just listened to you on another podcast talking about this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the drive here.
Which podcast?
James Guarin.
Oh, did he actually put that out?
Yeah, he put it out.
Oh, okay. I'll share it.
Yeah.
I
was just listening to it.
Oh, nice.
It was very interesting. It was like
Yeah.
It was like having a conversation with the two of you. And I was just like listening. Because you're my friends. It's different than listening to an actual podcast.
True.
And then I was listening to it like, fuck, James is so much smarter than me.
What do you mean?
All your riffs are like really like well researched and like you both have understanding of the same things. Then on this podcast, it's like, bro, that's like fuck. That's like when they play a false nine, and the guy can't play false nine.
Yeah, your indulgences in FIFA really come out verbally,
bro. FIFA's dead to me. Bro, Boston United. I'm taking them to the top.
You're on that Football Manager.
Football Manager.
Yeah, I can definitely see how that. Didn't you make a video about how Football Manager's like more relaxing than playing FIFA?
Yeah, and then Football Manager commented on it and messaged me like, "Yeah, love the video."
That's sick.
Yeah, so
maybe try to do some work with them or something.
Dude, I'd love to. FIFA never reached out to me, but every video I made was calling them shit.
Yeah, FIFA's like a Big Four bank.
Yeah,
they don't need your help.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? They're like you ant.
Or a Football Manager. I got a nice video lined up for tomorrow. Football Manager stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be
nice,
good.
bro.
Yeah, but what conspiracy theories you get into?
Just mostly occultic, satanic stuff that the mass media is basically pushing.
Oh, so, like Illuminati?
Yeah, like it's so like 10, 15, 20, 50 years ago, it was like way harder for them to sort of push Satanism. Yeah. Now they're just doing it completely out in the open.
Nonchalant, just throwing it out there.
It's
some Satanism.
Yeah, like the weekend he's flashing the word Satan at his concerts.
But do you think that's the mass media controlling the artists to like think, or do you think they're all part of like a secret society where they all worship Satan?
Wait, say that again.
Do you think so? Wait, I gotta understand what you're saying first before I make my point. So you're saying the mass media is trying to push Satanism onto the world. Why?
Yes. Because basically, so God wants people to do good things so that they can walk with Him in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
Right? What Satan wants to do, Satan's a jealous hater, and he wants to kill all humans. And misery loves suffering.
Yeah.
He wants all humans to suffer and die with him in hell. Right?
He's like a bitter ex-girlfriend.
He is.
Doesn't want you to date anyone else.
He is, exactly. Right? So
sorry to interrupt there, because I now get what you're saying.
Yes.
Do you reckon, like The Weeknd, for example, is he a puppet to push forward this movement, or is he part of it?
So my belief is that, and according to the Bible, is that all humans are children of God, right? So no actual in my belief, based on the Bible, no actual human is like the devil or a demon or something. They're just knowingly, or I believe most of the time unknowingly, pushing Satan's narrative because they don't. If you don't believe God exists, you're not going to believe that Satan exists, right? Because you're kind of like, oh, well, supernatural powers don't exist then.
Dude, I believe in the supernatural. I have a ghost in my house, confirmed.
Do you actually?
Yeah, we'll talk about it after you finish this. This is interesting.
Okay. So yeah, and then there's other people like Doja Cat's, like
I love Doja Cat.
Have you seen the music she's putting out super recently? She's deleted all her previous social media posts, and she's just putting up Satanist occultal stuff.
Yeah.
Like she's got a tattoo now of like a bat on her back, like a skeleton of a bat, and she's putting all this imagery out of her like covered in blood. It's sad to see.
Yeah.
And then you see all the people commenting that they don't even know like the severity of what she's putting
Slay
out.
Doja.
Yeah, it's like
Queen, women supporting women.
like in my belief, I'm like, you got to burn in hell forever. You know what I mean? That's how severe this stuff is.
Do you believe in the selling your soul to the devil stuff?
Yeah, because in Christianity, so God obviously created everything, so he owns everything, right? But his kingdom at the moment is the kingdom of heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the world is basically Satan's running amok in the world. He's like the prince of what is he? He's like the prince of the air or something. He's just running around. He kind of has dominion over the world at the moment. And the church and Christians, they're like a colony of heaven on the earth. Right?
No, so I was laughing because I was like, how can I make this a soccer analogy? I was gonna be like, yeah, bro, the devil's like a youth academy product that goes.
And the church is like a chip through ball, like beating the offside trap.
Bro, Satan's like, if you've got Satan's Jadon Sancho, Man City Youth Academy product.
Okay.
Man City Youth Academy goes off to Dortmund, gets really good, signs for Man U.
The crosstown rivals.
Yeah, bro.
And they're actually devils.
Yeah. I might be onto something.
I think so, bro.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
So no, finish this. Yeah.
What else was I watching? Yeah, then you see like Sam Smith and stuff. It's just so open. And then you got these freaking pedophiles.
Sam Smith's just a fat retard. I don't think he's a spawn of devil.
No, he's not a spawn of no human is a spawn of the devil, but he's promoting Satanism. And he's promoting Satan. He's got a song called Unholy where he's dancing wearing red leather and stuff, and he's got horns on his head. He's singing about adultery.
Right.
That's promotion of Satanism. And he's doing it on like the biggest platform with the Oscars or the Grammys or whatever and getting awards for it. It's like, you know, and he's singing that. If someone went up and no one could sing about Jesus Christ at the Grammys, everyone would be like, what's this guy doing? You know what I mean?
You should get invited to the Grammys and sing about Jesus.
Oh, yeah. If I had the talent of music.
Bro, start training. Anything's possible through the power of God, bro.
True. I think you got to know your limitations and where your gifts are, you know, and know the gifts that you have and the ones that you don't.
Yeah, you stated that at Gorilla on Wednesday night.
Did I?
Yeah. A friend of ours was bombing. I won't name him.
Yeah.
He was bombing, and he had like 2 minutes left. And he went, I'm just going to get off stage. And then you were emceeing, and you went up, and you were like, knowing when to quit. It's a very good skill to have, especially in this business.
It is. Especially stand-up.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, if you spot 6 minutes and and he was actually doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good for the first 4 minutes or something.
I think he's been working his way back into it, so I think he got a bit overrun by the nerves of it.
Yeah.
But he's taking some time off. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah. And then you got these freaking pedophiles, right?
Bro, don't get me started on the pedophiles.
These freaking pedophiles.
I can't stand pedophiles.
I was just watching a Jeffrey Epstein expose thing. So these two guys, they were looking at... So Jeffrey Epstein actually had like 5 properties. Everyone just knows him for having the island, right? But I think he had an apartment in Paris, somewhere in Florida, somewhere in New York, and he had this big ranch in New Mexico.
A pedo ranch?
A pedo ranch.
Fuck.
Full pedo ranch. And the FBI...
He had a monopoly on the pedo game.
He did. And apparently, have you heard this film that's come out this week? I think it's called Sounds of Silence?
No.
Sound of Silence? It's a film, I think it's Mel Gibson directed, or Mel Gibson's associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the worldwide child sex trafficking business.
Yes.
Which is actually now worth more than... It's worth some crazy amount. It's worth like $50 billion a year or something.
What, like on the ASX?
On the I'm pretty sure it's worth more than the illegal drug trade of the world.
Really?
Yeah, because the idea is, like how many times can you snort a line of coke?
Thousands.
No, like the same line.
Oh, once.
Once. How many, but then they could keep selling the same kid into sexual slavery. They can sell them like 5-10 times a day. And then apparently, once they're too old, then they like harvest their organs and shit, bro.
Oh, so it's like in Football Manager when a player turns 27 and you just terminate the contract.
You gotta sell them before they're
you gotta sell them before the decline.
And before the contract and
you need at least 2 years left on the contract to get a decent fee.
Yeah, bro. So obviously everyone knows Jeffrey Epstein was associated with all these big celebrities and stuff like that. And it's
everyone, bro.
Yeah, bro, but anytime I get worried about it, I'm just like, God's going to fix it.
Bro, God will take care of it.
He will.
Don't stress, bro.
He's going to fix it. Everything's going to be all right.
You just got to worry about Hugh. God's worried about everything else.
He's worried about me as well. He's worried about everyone.
Is Jeff
he's not worried, but is Jeffrey...
Is
Epstein,
Jeff in hell?
Well, I don't believe it's any human's place to say who's in hell and who's not. You can obviously make estimated guesses based on... really the only thing that matters, according to the Christian faith, is if you've repented or not. God will forgive all your sins as long as you repent, which means turn away from sin and turn to God.
Okay.
So if you go, God, I now recognize that I'm a sinner, I have a sinful, filthy, dirty heart, and I can't possibly be as perfect as you. So I deserve death because of the hereditary sin that I've inherited. That's basically the belief, is that from original sin, Adam and Eve eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, therefore had original sin and then have passed it down now onto humanity and throughout the world. That's why there's... Bro,
sins of the father. They cursed us.
Yeah, that's what it is. And you can get mad at it, but what's that going to do? It's like... I'm
not mad. I 100% would have also eaten the apple. I can't be mad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I definitely... If you were like, you can eat from any tree except that one, I'd be like, I'm definitely eating from that tree.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's... And then even the curses that God has put on us was actually curses out of love. Because... so when Adam and Eve ate the forbidden...
God's an abusive boyfriend?
No, he's not. He's like...
See what you made me do.
No, he's like a...
I love you bitch. Come back here.
It's like tough love from a father.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was when Adam
I only got soft love, personally. But
you did?
Yeah. No, I got some tough love.
From your parents?
Yeah, bro, I'd be crying. Yeah. You'd be like, you a fucking man or a mouse? Come on.
Legit?
Yeah.
And now you use the same strategy on your players at Football Manager.
Yes. Dude, it's funny how soft my dad's gotten.
Yeah.
He was proper, like, when I was a kid, authoritarian, very strict. Like, he never actually ever hit me, but, like, the threats were flying.
Yeah, right.
Every time I did something wrong, threats were flying.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, I'm like, man, my back's cooked. Like, oh, really? You're right. You should go to the physio. Like, get it checked out. It's like everything's so caring. It's like this complete 180 on personality.
Well, you're probably less of a to put it lightly, a fuckwit, you know?
Bro, probably more.
Not from when you were like 12 or 13.
Dude, I bully my parents at home. Bully them.
No, but I'm talking about like you'd be more cleanly and less disobedient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to advocate for you, bro.
No. I've been headbutting with mum a lot recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over my help around the house.
Oh, okay. What are you not doing?
Just like my room will be clean, then I make a TikTok and I use like 6 outfits and my room's a mess.
And then you want to, as soon as you film it, you want to edit it.
Yeah.
Because you're all excited.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to edit and make this video.
Might be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, me and my sister bully my mum. It's so funny.
In like a, what type of way?
Like, my sister and mum, today, for example, my sister and mum text all day, just like they're best friends. They text all day.
Yeah.
And my mum texts my sister, I'm in love with ChatGPT. And then my sister screenshots the text message, sends it to me, and just goes, ask mum about this tonight. And report back to me.
Yeah.
And I used to do that, but now I'm just putting my phone on like voice memos. And I'm like, so mum, what's going on with ChatGPT?
Oh, you wiretap your mum.
I wiretap my mum.
Oh my God.
And then I send it to my sister. And then my sister will call her like, I heard this is what you think about this. And just roast her. And like anytime she doesn't know how to like use technology,
yeah,
we just give it to her. We just give it to her unrelentlessly.
And what's her sort of reaction to that? Is she sort of a good sport about it?
She's a good sport, but if she's in a bad mood, you kids are so mean to me. I've only ever tried to do right by you.
She has.
yeah. And so, because when we were kids, obviously we used to fight. Every sibling fights. She'd always be like, I just really hope my kids are like close when they're adults. I hope you're friends as adults, which we are. Me and my sister. And that friendship's based on bullying the woman who wanted us to be that way.
Well, she got a wish. Careful what you wish for,
bro.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's fine. I love my mom. She's the best. She's the best.
That's great, bro.
Yeah. Have I told you I met a woman who believes she's made a soul agreement?
Really?
Yeah.
Tell more, please.
Bro, you want the story from the beginning?
Yeah.
It was the first night after lockdown.
and all through Melbourne.
And the drinks were on tap.
Okay.
Anthony was getting recognised for the first time ever from TikTok, where he had 43,000 followers.
Wow.
I can't think of any more rhymes. Upon his phone popped a message from Instagram. What's this he sees? A blue tick. Back when they meant something. He replies in a drunken daze. Nicotine and alcohol coursing throughout his veins. That was actually a bar.
That was.
That was a bar.
Oh, that's a good rhyme, bro.
Okay, yes, I see a blue tick.
Yeah.
I'm definitely replying to this. My friend's like, bro, play it cool. It's replied instantly. It was a singer-songwriter from Australia.
Right.
I hadn't listened to any of her songs. I said, hey, oh my God, I love your music. She goes, where are you? I say, I'm at Pockets in Tullamarine. Check it out. Good bar. Pockets in Tullamarine. She goes, I'm in like Mooney Ponds at my house. Come over. Like, for sure. Go over. May or may not have done ketamine, which is my first time and only time doing that drug, which was fun. But anyways, we were super fucked up just having a conversation, and she just signed with Warner Music.
Like Warner Brothers?
No, Warner Music is one of the big four music.
Aren't they associated with Warner Brothers though?
No, I don't think they are. I think I asked her about that actually. I don't believe they are.
I thought they were.
Maybe it's not important anyway.
Yeah.
So and she and her manager was Charlie XCX. Charlie XCX had just signed her as like a manager.
Wow.
Yeah. So she was killing it, and she was telling me she was trying to get out of her. Like Warner would go on to court trying to buy her out of her previous contract. Because her previous contract was like 15 albums over like 9 years for like 50K.
An album?
50K for the contract.
For 15 albums?
Yeah. Over 9 years.
What?
I was like, who the fuck let you sign that?
Yeah.
Like, anyways. Yeah, I started asking her like, fucking around. Because she asked me about my eye. About being blind. Like how to go blind. And whenever I can't be fucked having a conversation about it, I just go, I made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Thought it was funny. And she's like, oh, really? Did you? Same. When was yours? And then I'm like, I'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
And then she's basically just telling me she was 12. She was in bed one night, thinking about becoming famous, and the devil appears to you in your mind.
Right.
Devil appears to you in your mind, and makes a soul agreement with you. And it was really freaky because she was talking, and she's like, I'm just be careful what I say. I don't want to pierce the veil. I don't want to pierce the veil.
What's that mean?
It's like I think you pierce the veil between worlds.
Right, okay.
Let one world fall into the other. I might be also misremembering because I was drunk and on ketamine.
Yeah, but I feel like you remember when someone says they
Yeah, I definitely
made
remember
a
this.
soul pact with the devil, sold their soul.
Yeah, and then basically explained to me, so like she was gonna get famous at a certain age, it was like 23,
Right.
which I think now she's like 22 and she's popping off. She's blowing up.
Yeah, right.
Like when I met her that night when she followed me, she had 9.3k on Insta. Now she's got like, bro, maybe 500,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her music's great too. I don't listen to her. Her music's genuinely great.
Right.
And yeah, it's basically
What's the topics that she's singing about and stuff?
it's like emo pop. It's mostly love life stuff.
Yeah, satanic.
Spirituality. Yeah,
Satanic.
it is
Yeah.
definitely satanic. Yes,
So legit, once you actually look for it, you go, oh, it's literally everywhere. Almost all secular music is promoting. If you just go look at the 10 Commandments, and you actually look at them and you go, oh, almost all music that gets promoted is breaking one or more of these, or promoting the breaking of one or more of these commandments.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is not good. Like, it's literally the definition of not good.
And then I asked her about, when's the devil? I was just fucking around with her this morning. I was like, when's the devil going to come for me? And she's like, well, since you're already making this joke about your eye, this may have been what happened. She's like, you probably already made the soul agreement, but in your timeline, it hasn't happened yet. And I was like, fucking, okay. It was like, time wasn't linear.
Yeah.
She's like, I'd already made this deal, but it hasn't. I haven't experienced the deal yet. So it's like, maybe I made the deal when I was 26.
Right.
And I haven't. I'm not 26 yet, so I don't know. It's like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, super weird, bro.
That's free. I feel like because the thing about, because the devil deals with temptation, right? And temptation is, you can literally at any point give into it. You know what I mean? It's always there.
Oh, bro, I give into temptation every day.
That's what I'm saying. It's well, every human being does, because we all have inherent sin in our hearts. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So that's why you need Jesus. That's why everyone needs Jesus.
What are your thoughts on Judaism? Because it's just they just don't believe in the New Testament, right?
Yeah, they basically don't believe that, as far as I know, and I'm still very young in
the game.
Yeah, and also I don't really know that much about Judaism.
Yeah.
But from what I know,
You're on a youth contract right now.
Yeah, I need to get like a certain amount of souls saved per season. Get a bonus in heaven.
Dude, you should go on loan to different religions. Just test them all out.
Nah, definitely not. No, this is the one, bro. Yeah, Judaism. So, yeah, there's the Old Testament. So, in the Old Testament, God made a bunch of covenants with different people. So he made a covenant with Noah to, which is actually another funny thing too that's relevant to today's age. So after God flooded the earth and told Noah to get on the ark, build an ark, get on it. When Noah got off the ark, God put a rainbow in the sky.
Okay.
Yeah, no, and said, "This is my new covenant with you." So that every time I see a rainbow, I'll be reminded that I'll never destroy the earth by flooding it. Right?
So when he did it the first time, did he regret that? Was he like, oh, maybe I took it a bit far, flooding the earth? Whoopsie.
I don't know. I can't really speak for God, but he was like, I'll never destroy all life on earth.
Yeah.
Again, because he just destroyed everything.
Yeah.
except for all the fish and everything.
Yeah,
and
fish were
insects and
thriving.
stuff.
They were loving it.
Insects as well.
That was the time of their life.
Insects thrive in a flood. Anyways, and then God made a covenant with Abraham. So Abraham was like maybe a great grand nephew to Noah.
Oh, I didn't know they were related.
Yeah, they're all pretty much related.
Oh, okay.
From Adam down to like the lineage is all sort of traced.
Right. And then God hit him with the, you won't do it. You won't kill your son.
Yeah. And then he goes, it was either before or after that. He's like, all right, now that I know you're a true follower of mine, because you were gonna kill your son when I told you to do it. He's like, I'm gonna make a covenant with you now, so all of your descendants will be blessed. You'll have millions of descendants. He said, and God actually said, you'll have more descendants than there are stars in the sky.
Bro, that's...
The camera's off, but we'll keep going. Yeah.
It's like God letting you open transfer negotiations with another team. We are back after technical difficulties.
Sweet. Yeah, so God was like, Abraham, you know that...
Sorry.
God was like, Abraham, you know that son that you got... This is actually a pretty cool story about Abraham.
Yeah.
So Abraham was like, he was trying to get his wife Sarah pregnant for ages, and she was barren. He couldn't get her pregnant. And then after they both hit like 100. What are you laughing about this time? Spit it out, bro.
I'm actually sorry. I'm actually so sorry.
No, it's just...
It's like when you keep seeing a youngster on loan, hoping he'll come good.
Exactly. It's actually a pretty good analogy, bro. Yeah, and then God was like, so they're both like, Abraham and Sarah are like 100. And God's like, yeah, I'll
They're 100
yeah, they're like 100
years old.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
That's nothing. Earlier in the Bible, Adam and Noah and stuff, they lived to like 900.
Dead set.
Yeah.
So what, they lived like, according to the Bible, like 5,000 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so then God's like, yeah, I'm going to make, Sarah's going to be able to get pregnant. And God's like, what? She's like 100. Anyways, gets her pregnant, has a son called Isaac. Right?
Yep.
You imagine if you're in a couple, you can't get pregnant up until you're 100. Then you get pregnant and have a kid. You're going to like, that kid's going to be precious. You know what I mean? So God's like, one day, it's like, Abraham, you got to go sacrifice your son to me. Abraham's like, all right, God, you're my boy. You give me all this stuff.
No, when I learned the story at school, it took some convincing.
I just read the Bible the other night. He was kind of just like,
Okay.
all right.
When it got taught to me, yeah, he took some convincing, but
Maybe it did.
different interpretations.
Yeah.
I guess.
Anyways, so he goes to sacrifice Isaac, and then God stops him. He's like, don't kill your son. You've proven to me that...
It's like, yo, you gonna do that? Bro.
Yeah, well... Yeah, not a lot of people are prepared to do what God says, I guess.
Isaac, kill your son.
No,
Oh my God, he's doing it. He's doing it. Oh my God, he's doing it. Oh, fuck. Should I stop him? Wait. Chill.
Chill. All right, now I'm going to give you heaps of descendants, but you got to cut the tip of your dick off. That's what it was like. And then it was like, all your sons have to cut the tip their foreskins off. Any servants in your house that aren't even related to you, they got to cut their foreskins off. So then Abraham was like, all right. So then he went and got circumcised and got everyone else circumcised. And then
Is that why the Jews circumcised?
Yeah, because their Judaism is, as far as I know, an Abrahamic faith. So they sort of base their religion on the covenant of Abraham.
Right.
So then...
Maybe that's why God gave me Formosus, was because he was like...
What's Formosus? Is that the thing with
tight foreskin.
Oh.
Maybe he gave me that because he's like, maybe I'm a descendant of Abraham, bro. And I need to be circumcised.
Well, there's probably a huge chunk of humanity that's a descendant of Abraham.
Well, wouldn't everyone be if we all came from Adam and Eve?
Yeah, but there was... We're definitely all descendants from Noah. And Noah knows Noah's family.
Yeah.
Because there was just 8 people after a great reset. But there was a bunch of other nations and stuff by the time Abraham was around.
Were the first people white or black?
It's a good question. Like Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
I don't know, because the world would have been so much different back then, like the atmosphere and everything. And the names of, like, they say that the Garden of Eden was in, like...
Dude, you're pissing me off. They were white.
They are white, all right?
They are white.
They are white.
Jesus is white as me.
White. Jesus actually probably didn't even have long hair.
He was like an Arabic dude, wasn't he?
Yeah, the thing is, like, it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's not a message.
Yeah, but it's funny when, like, we had that argument with Fergus about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's just funny to argue about it
It
for
is.
no reason.
But it's an argument that a lot of people get into.
Yeah.
You know?
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Yeah. It's not about the colour of him. It's about the fact that if you don't believe in him, you're going to hell.
No, bro. The colour kind of matters.
So Judaism's still kind of... they're kind of... I would say that they're kind of... And I'm sorry to any Jewish listeners to this podcast, but I would say they're sort of stuck in the past of the Old Testament, because the New Covenant, and it keeps getting pointed to even in heaps of books in the Old Testament, that God's going to come and manifest himself in the flesh, God in the flesh, aka Jesus Christ, and die for all our sins and give us the gift of eternal life. In every single book in the Bible, there's basically an analogy of Jesus Christ.
Bro, facts also. Fuck
Yeah.
Mormons.
Yeah?
No.
Well, Mormons, they've actually written, like, since the 1800s, they've written supposedly 3 other new books of the Bible.
Bro, the Mormons are actually, like, the is it a church? It's a church, right?
Yeah, I think they're called the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, they're actually, like, super chill. Because when Matt Stone and Trey Parker did the Book of Mormon, the play, they put out, like, not an advertisement for it, but they put out, like, something about it, and we're like, haha, really funny interpretation. Matt and Trey, super talented. The more eyes on our Mormon religion, the better. It's like, fuck, you guys are sick cunts, eh?
Yeah, because they're, like, actually, Mormons actually, they're, like, claim to be the new kind of chosen people sort of thing by God. That's why they've written these new...
Well,
branches of
South
the
Park
Bible.
said they're correct, so that's what I believe.
I don't reckon they are, because they actually claim that...
I would never doubt Matt and Trey.
I mean, I love South Park, but yeah, I think they're pretty racist, Mormons.
Did you ever, when you were watching South Park as a kid,
Yeah.
because whatever they made fun of an episode, I was like, yeah, I'm going to make fun of that too, because that's what's funny. Did they ever put out an episode making fun of something you liked and you were like...
Yeah, did that whole episode about gingers.
Oh, yeah,
It's completely changed my life. Everyone started saying gingers had no soul and everything. It's like, bro, you're ugly. Like, what are you talking for? You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, they put out an episode, I think, about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And just how gay Star Wars fans are.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I was like 8. And I was like, fuck, am I gay? I might be gay.
And they're going to catch you. They make fun of everything.
Yeah, they're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Yeah, they are awesome. So anyway, yeah, in my eyes, sort of Judaism's like, kind of stuck in the past, and they think that by worshiping Jesus, you're breaking the second commandment and worshiping an idol.
Yeah, so they're kind of like a manager that won't evolve with the game.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. They're sort of like very Arsene Wenger like, sort of in
definitely.
2013, 14. It's like,
yeah, the game surpasses you.
yeah,
You got to evolve with it.
you do. You got to evolve with that. When Jesus Navas comes into
So that means Jesus is Mikel Arteta.
the new covenant of
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. If you want to say that, bro, yeah.
Have you heard the Gabriel Jesus chant?
No.
Mikel Arteta called him, said, now's your time to shine. 'Cause I'm collecting Gabbies and gonna make you mine. They say he walks on water and turns it into wine. Oh, I believe in Jesus, the Arsenal number 9.
That's a very creative chant.
It's a sick chant.
Yeah, it's a good chant. That's a mad chant. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's very interesting though. This whole religion stuff. I can't really stop watching content about it. Really, it's so interesting to me.
I'm not religious.
Yeah,
but I do like the stories. The stories are good.
Yeah, you're a sucker for a story.
I love a good story.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I've been reading. Actually, I'm thinking of. I kind of mentioned this last week to you personally. I'm thinking of bringing back my solo pod, but just talking about instead of it like what it was just shit. It was just me kind of trying to waffle for 30 minutes. Just talking about what I'm actually interested in at the time. So like doing an episode covering certain topics. Like I think I want to do one probably. I've been reading heaps about the Hinterkaifeck axe murders.
What is that?
Ooh, watch the podcast and find out, brother.
Okay. You can't give us a preview here.
It was okay, I'll break it down quickly. There was a family living in Hinterkaifeck in Germany.
Okay.
There was a maid. Obviously there was a maid, a grandmother, parents, and then daughter and the daughter's kid. One day the maid goes, "Hey, I'm out. There's all these noises coming from everywhere. I think this house is haunted. I'm leaving." All right, no worries. She leaves. They hire a new maid. The new maid's like, "Fuck, this place is kind of creepy." And then, no one sees his family for like a week. They're like, "Oh, what's going on? Someone go down to Hinterkaifeck. Check out what's going on." They walk in. Every family member had been lured into the barn one by one and killed with an axe. But the bodies were like 4 days old, and they were like, "What? The animals have been fed, the stove's on." Whoever did this was like living in the house for like a bit.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Yeah, dude, and there's way more to it. Like, apparently
what year is this?
Early 1900s.
Okay, right.
I think it might have been just at the end of the First World War.
And they're on like a secluded sort of farm.
Yeah, kind of a farm in Germany.
Right.
Dude, people are claiming not claiming, it was proven. The daughter and the father were both in prison for having an incestuous relationship.
Okay.
And so people were thinking it was the daughter's husband that had pulled off the murders, but he apparently died in World War One. And so they were like, his body was never found. Maybe he was alive.
Right, okay.
But then, during World War II, some German soldier was like, "Yeah, that was me. I did that. I'm that guy."
Just claimed it.
Just claimed it.
Was there any evidence that he did it?
Nah, there's no evidence. Just stole valor.
What? It's like when the ball gets crossed into the box and there's like half the players are in there and it kind of just skims off a bunch of people and then the guy just claims it. Yeah, it actually never came off his head.
Exactly like that. Yeah. It's,
like Ronaldo and last World Cup.
And Bruno Fernandes' goal. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it's exactly what I was thinking.
It's like the guy who whipped it in. It's his goal.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
For sure, definitely good analogy, right?
Thanks, bro.
And there's like 13 different suspects in this murder. And apparently some researchers, like some uni students in France, worked it out. Like they're like, we 100% know who the murderer was, but we're not going to release it because they have surviving relatives.
Why would that make a difference?
In that town.
Oh, okay.
Right. You get some ill will. But yeah, so I was reading like that. The Donner Party.
The Donner Party. What's
super interesting. This group of people in like the early 1900s was trying to cross the Sierra Canyon, and got snowed in and resorted to cannibalism.
Where's Sierra?
In America.
Right.
Got snowed in and resorted to cannibalism.
How long were they snowed in for?
A couple of hours. Nah, a few weeks.
Dude, I'm peckish, bro. Get your toes, bro. Chopping the toes off.
Yeah, well, when they were peckish, they ate the lining of the ceiling and shoelaces.
That's how they started.
Yeah, and then they started drawing straws to see who would eat who, and they were like, "You can't eat family members though," because it was all like 4 families.
Yeah,
they're like, "But you can't eat family members."
So they were eating other people's family members.
Yeah. But if you had like a hot cousin, you want to fucking eat her.
Well, you do, but in another way.
See, I just wanted to cover all these things in different episodes. Like 20 minutes, just like, here's what I know about it.
Right.
Try and make it funny, try and tag it up.
And what do you think the fascination is with this type of stuff? Like, why are you interested in it?
I've always had morbid curiosity like that.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of videos of people dying.
That's heavy. I can't really do that.
You never approve of?
No, it's not that. I don't know. I went through like a little phase where I do that, but I think we talked about it. Like, I just watch like super low quality.
Yeah.
And just car accident stuff.
Yeah.
Just to be a better pedestrian.
I indulge like once a month.
That's pretty often.
I look once a month and then I'll be like, because there's not many death videos coming up each day.
Yeah.
So you got to take like a month off to allow the new content to come through.
True. I mean, you're saying that, but I just said I watched the freaking documentary on Jeffrey Epstein, so
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to do stuff like that. So yeah, subscribe to my personal YouTube channel if you want to check that out.
Which is Hugh Robertson.
Which is the Joe Rogan Experience. My podcast is higher rated than his. Is it really? I got a 4.9 rating from 17 ratings.
What's his?
4.6 from like 8 million or something.
If you have 17 ratings, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. We've got 2 on this one.
Do we really?
Yeah.
What are they rated?
5.
Woohoo!
Right, the dogs. And shout out Robotic George, still commenting every episode.
Yeah.
The boy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Love Robotic George. Do you want to hear about my house is haunted?
Yeah.
I've always suspected it was haunted since we moved. We moved in when I was 12. I'm 24 now.
Right.
I've always suspected it was haunted because I'd always leave and like the PowerPoint switches would turn on and off. Like my phone's not charged. Why isn't it charged? And
Yeah.
PowerPoint would be off.
Yeah.
And my mum always denied. Like obviously no one's going in my room and turning off the PowerPoint.
Yeah.
If they were, my mum's played the best prank ever on me for the duration of 12 years.
For 12 years. Yeah.
Once a few years ago, I was just in bed. I was in bed and I felt someone touch my back. Freaked the fuck out of me.
Were you lying on your stomach?
On my side, facing my window.
Yeah.
Felt someone touch my back. I thought someone would come into my room and touch me. Immediately turned around, no one's there.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that was a scary one. My bedroom door always closes.
Yeah.
If it's open, it'll just swing shut.
Yeah.
Which for ages I put down to the house being on a hill.
Yeah.
But it'll like I've witnessed the knob turn.
You've seen the knob
I've
turn?
witnessed the knob turn. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And even once my mum was saying she was like I was out doing gigs and she just heard my door fucking slam shut and it wasn't windy, like nothing. She said she was really freaked out.
Yeah.
But my dog was chill, so she was like, alright,
yeah.
There's nothing. And then recently after my sister moved out, she's across the hallway from me. And her house is her room's next to the bathroom.
Mm.
So, and I'd always feel like my dog used to sleep in the room with her. And every time I went to go to the bathroom, I had to walk past her room. I'd always feel like I was being watched. And I just thought it was my dog.
Mm.
So it was my dog. And then she moved out. And I'd get that feeling full on. It's like this white glow on the carpet outside her room. And for like a week, I was like, it's just my dog in there sleeping.
Mm.
Come to find out, his bed's not even set up in that room. He's been sleeping on the couch.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, it's not him looking at me. And like, you know when someone's looking at you, you get the feeling.
Yeah, right. Is it the feeling of being watched from like a general direction?
It's this one spot on the floor.
One spot on the ground.
It's like whatever this spirit or whatever is must be sitting there or standing there, just watching me.
And do you feel like they're tracking you as you walk down the hall?
No. I when I figured out like that's definitely a spirit, I kind of started walking close to the wall and like wedging in between it because I'm like, the spirit's not disturbing me. I'm not going to disturb the spirit.
Right. Okay.
We can live in unison.
Do you reckon it's got evil intentions?
No, I don't reckon. I reckon it's chill.
Okay.
Because nothing evil's ever happened.
Right.
But then after like 2 weeks of this, like there's definitely a spirit there. I messaged my sister and I said, hey, do you think your room's haunted? And she goes, hey, yeah, I definitely felt like there was a presence in there like a few times. And I said, oh, fuck, I'll get the text message up between me and her, actually.
This is freaking me out, bro.
Yeah, where's my phone? Tell.
Yeah.
I'll read the text exchange, bro.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Oh, I've got to do my Duolingo. Can't forget that.
I got to do mine as well, bro.
101
Thanks for the
day streak,
reminder.
bro.
I'm on over 500 days now.
That's sick.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's streak freezes and stuff, so I don't really count it, but yeah, it's still good, I guess. You know.
Okay, here's the... Hey, did you ever think your room was haunted? That was me. This is her. Hey, yes, I did think there was a spirit who visited me. Why? I go, there's deaths and energy in there. Been meaning to ask you about it. She goes, what happened? I explain what I just explained to you. What I just explained to you. She goes, lol, I think it's friendly, but yes, I know what you mean. And I went, me too, and I think it's friendly too. It seems like we're living in unison, you know?
Right, okay.
And she goes, if I get up in the middle of the night, I feel like there was something in my room. Sometimes in the night, my DVD recorder would start flashing the word guide.
Guide?
Yeah. Which made me feel sad because I hope the spirit's not trying to be guided to the afterlife and is stuck.
Did the DVD, was that like a standard thing that would flash up? Guide?
Nah, she said it was turned off by the PowerPoint. Even though it was turned off. Right there.
What'd she say? Sometimes in the night, my DVD would start flashing out, even though it was turned off.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, did the word guide, was that like a standard thing that would be said on the DVD player anyways?
I think it was like, would come up when you press the guide, the TV guide.
Right, okay.
Yeah. They said guide. I don't know if that's a message.
Guide.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm convinced, bro. I'm 100% convinced.
Yeah, I'm convinced as well.
But I think we're both of the belief it's friendly.
Maybe you should pray for it.
I'm not religious.
Just try it.
Maybe. I hope it's not I hope it's not trying to be guided to the afterlife, because you hear those about spirits getting stuck in the
in the worldly plane.
Yeah. Which would suck, dude. Imagine dying and you're just like, fuck, I'm in the same house.
Mm.
There's this family I don't know living here now.
And spirits are, I know, like in pretty sure according to the Bible, like in heaven, there's not really time.
Oh yeah.
You know, like if you're a spirit, you're sort of like a timeless being, because we're animals and we operate in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we're affected by change in time. But if you're a spirit, you're like supposed to be eternal.
Oh right, of course, yeah.
You know, so you don't operate in time.
What are your thoughts on Eminem's demonic stuff?
I don't really watch a lot of his stuff. What has he done?
The Relapse album, he's in a bloodbath on the cover.
Yeah, bro. It's
he does that thing.
Yeah. And
Devil
even
horns?
Covering the eye is a satanic symbol.
Yeah.
That's
I always thought that was the
representative of
Illuminati. I was big into
It
the
is the
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make me king as we move toward a new world order.
that's what he says.
Let's lose yourself, bro.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's out in the open.
Yeah.
Once you actually look for it and you go, and you're a true believer in Christ, especially, it's so obvious.
When I was first getting into the Illuminati stuff, I still believe it now, but I was 100% then, like definitely.
Yeah.
Because they used the Eye of Horus as symbolism and everything.
Yeah.
And our school textbooks were Horus books. And
Oh,
the
wow.
Eye of Horus, and I was like, they've gotten us.
They are.
They've gotten us through the education system.
They
bro.
do. They've completely purged religion out of. Actually, I hesitate to even say that. They've tried their best to purge the Judeo-Christian traditions out of schooling and education, and put in, honestly, the lie of evolution, bro. That's what they've done.
I don't know if it's a lie. I'm with you on the other stuff.
Complete lie. There's no evidence for it.
Stuff.
There's no evidence. It doesn't make any sense.
No evidence for your stuff either.
There's
If
heaps.
we're just being fair.
No, there's
if we're
heaps.
just being fair.
There's heaps.
Oh, what? That YouTube video I didn't watch?
There's a bunch of other
You
stuff
can't use
too.
that against me. I didn't watch it.
Have I talked to you about the magnetic field? The magnetic field?
What's
Have I
that?
talked to you about that? So the Earth has a magnetic field. You aware of that?
Yes.
So the magnetic field, it's a battery, right? A magnet. What magnets do, they lose their power over time, right? So the half-life of our magnetic field is gradually going down. That means it used to be stronger back in the day, right?
Oh, you did explain this to me.
Yeah.
You did explain this to me, yes.
It can't even be even 60,000 years ago, the magnetic field would have been too strong to sustain life. How does that make any sense to the theory of evolution, which says we're 4 billion years old?
I do generally want to argue with you about this, but I want to watch your video first.
It just doesn't. And then also like, what's Neil deGrasse Tyson say? We're all stardust. We're all made up of exploded stars.
I believe that.
Doesn't make any sense because literally doesn't make any sense because when stars explode, they can't produce any, the periodic table. They can't produce any chemical lower on the periodic table than iron. So where the hell did all the other elements come from to make us, to go into the world? Doesn't make any sense. And there's like so many trillions and billions and trillions and billions of stars, like we can't even comprehend it. And yet we've only observed like a handful, maybe like 30 or 50 supernovas. So if the universe is like supposedly 14 billion years old, we should have seen like heaps and heaps and heaps of supernovas. We've only seen like 30.
Yeah.
It's kind of like... What's it like, bro? Come on. Spit it out.
But it's kind of like when the board wants you to sign first team talent, but then they don't give you enough funds for the players that would make the first team. And you're like, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense. It's counterintuitive.
We don't have the wages for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to be a Champions League contender? I need to sign Kai Havertz. Give me the funds.
And then they're like, well, at the end of the season, why didn't you win the Champions League? It's like, well, I didn't have a good team.
I didn't have money. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Exactly. Bro, we're so in sync right now.
Yeah. So...
Have you read about celebrities being cloned? Like, apparently Eminem was cloned. Christina Aguilera.
I was hearing today Kanye's been cloned. Because Kanye
That's
is
a defective clone, bro.
Well, no. Apparently it's like pretty recent because he was... he basically said like... evil people run the media corporations. And then when he said that, all the evil people just cancelled it. They kind of proved him right.
Yeah, but you are glossing over all the anti-Semitic stuff.
Yeah, but it's like...
Because, bro, you can't...
Yeah, but he said, hey, these people run the media. And then the people he's supposedly saying bad stuff about, they then... ended all his sponsorships and stuff. So they kind of proved that they do run it.
What people? What people run the media?
Just the people he was talking shit about.
Is that like a group or?
I guess so.
Who's
I don't actually know that much about.
Who's running the media, Hugh?
I don't know, bro.
Is it the God-goers?
It's the banks. It's not the God-goers, bro.
It's the banks.
It's the people whose God is money. It's the people who worship money.
Bro, remember when I found out about the Rothschilds?
Yeah.
And I ran to my pa.
Yeah.
Ran to dad.
Yeah.
Filled him in. And he was like, "Did you figure that out yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Nice. Well done." It's like I was never good at sports.
Yeah.
So the only way I could get approval was through conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah, that's the true wog way.
Yeah, bro.
If you can't do a step over, you better be able to work out a fucking banking conspiracy.
Yeah, dude. My dad's a massive conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But dude, it's about everything.
As it should.
About everything. Like, my mate who works at Essendon Football Club would tell me, like, this guy's not playing this week. And I'd be like, oh, so-and-so's not playing. But Dad'd be like, I don't know, man. Maybe he's just feeding you that. Maybe he's trying to leak it. It's like, I'm not the media. He's not. But, dude, I went to Sovereign Hill as a kid. You been to Sovereign Hill?
Where's that?
You never been to Sovereign Hill?
No.
Ballarat?
Nah, I've been there.
Oh, dude, you're sick. It's like a little... It's like a town. It's like an amusement park type thing.
Oh, from like Gold Rush days.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And you pan for gold and shit.
Oh, yeah. I've been to similar stuff in like New South Wales when I was a kid.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I was going for an excursion in grade 3. So I was at the ripe old age of 9.
Yeah.
I was just exiting my Epstein years.
No, you weren't. You still had a good 6-7 years, bro.
Oh, is he giving him that long?
Yeah, he would get like 16-year-old girls and stuff in.
Fuck, no release clause.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
That's good, bro. You never put a release clause on your wonder kids.
No, especially when they're 1 or 2 years off making their pro debut.
Yeah, definitely. You just pay him a bit extra if you have to.
Yeah.
Maybe embezzle some funds.
Yeah.
Ask the board for more wages, but never put a release clause on.
Yeah, even if you have to trade another player.
Yeah, and try to get friendly with their agent. If their agent likes you, it makes negotiations go a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we went to Sovereign Hill. I was 9, and before, I don't specifically remember it, but my dad must have just filled my head with bullshit before I went.
Yeah.
And we went and we were panning for gold, and I was just like to the guy working, I was like, "How do I know that's real gold?" And he was just didn't answer me. He was just like a 17-year-old
like,
just working there. Like, yeah, what? And I was saying it to like my teachers and stuff, like, look how smart I am. I know. I'm in the know.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't find gold in the pan, which I didn't because I didn't want to get my hands wet because I was a bitch.
Yeah.
It's dirty water, bro.
Yeah.
You could go to the gift shop and buy gold flakes in like a little
little
vial.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I still have mine that I bought that day for
nice.
$9.
Nice.
Right? And I was buying it and I was like, "Can I open this vial?" And they're like, "No, you can't open it because the gold will like dissolve or some shit."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, so there's no way for me to prove it's real." And then I bought it home. And I was like, I showed my dad. He's like, "How much was this?" And I was like, $9. And he was like, very disappointed. Very disappointed
that you bought
father, yeah.
Well,
and my mum was like, "Just let him have it."
At least you're inquisitive. At least you're asking questions.
Yeah, but it wasn't questions. It was just like, my dad's the smartest guy. He knows everything.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm going to repeat what he told me.
And still do what you guys want me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is buy this.
Buy the fucking gold. Yeah, that's why it's disappointing. It's like you fell into the trap.
Yeah, right.
You're not a free thinker.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, I have so many funny memories like that with my dad. Of him just fucking saying something ridiculous. And actually, I think he was onto something. Yeah. In regards to Sovereign Hill. And then I was just like, "Oh, that's what I believe now. I'm going to carry this into my 20s. Dude, I remember once at an arcade. I used to go to arcades like kids' parties and stuff like that when I was there. Yeah. I'd go to every machine and press the coin eject.
To see if there was coins.
See if there was coins. Yeah. One day I came across a bag.
Oh, damn.
4 $2 coins, bro.
That's a lot of money when you're a kid.
That was a haul. Yeah. Bro, that was a haul. And I put it all back into the arcade. Lost it all.
Wow.
Now recovered gambling addict.
Could you try again?
Yeah. God is good. Recovering gambling addict. But gambling's great. Definitely sign up to Picklebet. Using my code that I haven't got yet. Anyways, I put it onto the arcade, and my dad's like, "Hey, where'd your $8 go?" And I was like, "Oh, I spent it on the arcade. It was so much fun." My dad's like, "Oh, that was $8 you could have saved and put towards a house, but now you got nothing."
That's brutal.
I was like, "Fuck, Dad hates me.
$8.
Dad hates me." Dude, he was like that with everything.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. I remember once I used to collect lightsabers. Still do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you still got them in your TikToks.
Yeah, bro. I got some comments on those.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I had every color except purple. This is like the old.
You didn't have the Mace Windu one.
Didn't have the Mace Windu one, bro.
Because you're racist, bro.
I had because I got it last because purple's a girl color and that's gay.
Nah, purple's for royalty, bro.
No, when I was a kid, pink and purple were the girl colors. Dude, girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider. Everyone knows that.
When I was a kid, it was talking like I'm not 3 years older. It was pink and yellow. I remember having an argument with my brother in the car when I was like 6.
Yellow's a very effeminate color.
Yeah, yellow's a girl's color, I reckon.
Yeah. Yellow is a girl's color.
It's pink. Pink is the that's the girl's colour.
Yeah.
Then I think the other ones are kind of like, you can make an argument, that they're neutral.
Yeah, I reckon. But anyways, yeah, I got purple last, and then I couldn't find it this day it came up. And I go to my dad, I go, Dad, can I please get this? I found it. No, sorry, I did find it. I said, Dad, can I please get this fucking lightsaber?
Yeah.
Goes, yeah, definitely. Get to the register. Put it up. Dad's gone. Robert is nowhere to be seen. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? He's like, I said you could get it.
He did a Darth Vader on you, bro.
Yeah, bro, he Darth Vadered me. I was like, you said I could get it. He's like, yeah, with your own money. And I was 6, by the way, like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I had some birthday money. I had some birthday money lying around the bedroom. And I was like, well, can you go to the ATM? I thought ATM just gave you free money.
Really?
Yeah. I was like 6.
I think I didn't really understand money at all.
Yeah. You don't.
Nah.
Unless you got my dad. He breaks down the economy to you on your 7th birthday. And I'm like, can you go to the ATM, get the $20 out, and then I'll give it to you out of my birthday money?
Yeah.
He goes, no. Because you knew we'll come to the shops. You should have bought your own money. Which, looking back now, great fucking lesson.
Yeah, it is.
Great lesson.
It is.
But then for the next 10 years, I would bring that up constantly. And eventually he bought me a purple lightsaber when I was like 15. But that's the type of father he was, dude. He was just like, life's not fair. This is how it is.
That's a good lesson.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Very thankful. Very thankful.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. One day I saw him wearing a pink t-shirt. Coming to grips with that was tough.
Yeah.
My dad's gay.
Damn. Yeah.
My
Dad's a
gay.
homosexual.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Sorry about introducing that to him.
Do you want to wrap it up, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sweet. We covered a lot.
We did.
Covered a lot today.
Religion, conspiracy, axe murders, most importantly, Football Manager.
Yeah. Bro, today's episode was like when you're scouting for affiliate clubs. And it's like, who's got the best young talent that I can take on loan?
Really, and it's like when you're setting your scouting, the scout's like, oh, what do you want me to look for? You just look for talent.
Yeah, just talent.
Just talent. Any position, talent. I want talent.
You want high determination, high composure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the consistency trait?
Athletes.
Yeah, bro.
Solid player. Diamond.
Yeah, bro.
Really reaching for my FIFA knowledge here, bro.
Good with both feet.
Yeah, 5-star weak foot.
Yeah.
Fwa.
Trequartista. Trequartista, sorry, I fucked it. I'm going to end on that.
Conquistador.
Alright, bye-bye.